Sean Diddy Combs' legal team is getting a little smaller. As the rap mogul's defense team prepares for his May trial on sex trafficking charges, his attorney Anthony Ricco respectfully but regrettably requested to be dismissed from his role, according to documents obtained by NBC News.
This is a serious proceeding with serious consequences, and all of us are addressing it accordingly.
On Friday, a surprising announcement came down. One of his defense attorneys suddenly quits the case.
Diddy's legal team is falling apart in real time. His lawyer, Anthony Ricco, has just quit overnight, and the timing couldn't be worse. But here's what's really raising eyebrows. Ricco didn't just step down. He's distancing himself completely, refusing to be associated with the case any longer. Why? That's where it gets interesting. With new leaks, secret recordings, and whispers of buried evidence, something major is unfolding behind the scenes. Is this the beginning of Diddy's downfall? Stay locked in, because this story is about to take a turn no one expected. Diddy's facing some of the most serious charges in his career: trafficking, racketeering, and an expanding web of federal indictments. And yet, just as his legal team should be preparing for an intense battle, one of his key attorneys has thrown in the towel. But why?
Anthony Ricco announcing in court docs, under no circumstances can he continue defending the embattled rapper. In a motion filed on Thursday, Ricco stopped short of revealing why he's stepping down from Diddy's legal team.
Anthony Ricco has handled some of the toughest cases in the industry, yet he just walked away from Diddy's defense with a statement that left more questions than answers. He wrote, "Under no circumstances can I continue to effectively serve as counsel for Sean Combs, consistent with the ABA standards for criminal justice." He carries on stating that, "While I am aware that the local rule requires that an application for withdrawal of counsel is supported and granted, there are sufficient reasons for brevity in my application for withdrawal as counsel in this case. No more explanations, no clarifications, just an abrupt exit."
Essentially in legalese, I quit, but I can't go into details because of attorney-client privilege. According to the filing, though, the defense shakeup won't delay the case. Diddy will continue with 5 attorneys. That's Mark Agnifilo.
But here's where it gets even more interesting. Ricco had allegedly been blocked from directly communicating with Diddy by lead attorney Mark Agnifilo. According to inside sources, Ricco was frustrated, repeatedly trying to discuss strategy only to be shut out. Was this just a power struggle, or did Ricco see something that made him want to run for the hills? The New York Post revealed that Ricco's departure came after speaking with Agnifilo, sparking speculation that internal conflicts may have reached a breaking point. And it's not just Ricco, an anonymous legal expert told Deadline. It's become a real S-show. They're desperate to not go to trial. Look at the filings. They're throwing everything at the wall and praying something sticks. Adding to the chaos, legal analysts suggest that Ricco's exit could indicate a deeper issue within Diddy's defense team. Whether it's disagreements over strategy or even ethical concerns about the case itself, Ricco has taken on some of the toughest cases, including defending a figure as notorious as Osama bin Laden, proving he's not someone who walks away from a challenge easily. So if he saw something troubling enough to make him leave, what does that say about Diddy's case? With the trial date closing in, Ricco's departure could spell serious trouble for Diddy's defense.
First of all, was Anthony Ricco a lawyer for Osama bin Laden? Well, he defended one of the men who was charged and then convicted in the US vs. bin Laden case, which was related to the deadly 1998 American embassy bombing in Kenya by Al-Qaeda. He's defended people like Osama bin Laden, and he's walking away from the Diddy case. Why? And saying it's because there has been a necromancy charge added to Diddy's case.
A bombshell just dropped. A leaked audio recording allegedly from Diddy's jailhouse phone call is making the rounds. In the recording, a voice that sounds eerily like Diddy's is heard giving cryptic instructions to his son about removing pizza boxes. Sounds harmless, right? But investigators aren't buying it. In the past, pizza has been used as coded language in legal cases, and many believe this was Diddy subtly trying to get rid of incriminating evidence. If that's true, this could lead to witness tampering charges, a major red flag for the prosecution. Adding weight to this theory, legal experts have noted that similar coded language has been used in previous high-profile criminal cases, making investigators more determined to analyze every detail of this recording. Some sources claim that federal agents are expanding their probe into communications made from jail, trying to piece together whether Diddy's team was involved in tampering with evidence. The real question now is, was this recording the final straw for Ricco? Did he hear something that made him realize he couldn't be a part of this case any longer? If you thought things couldn't get any worse for Diddy, think again.
not entertain none of this nonsense and nothing over the phone. I'ma need you to get rid of all the leftover pizza boxes. The what? All the boxes left over from the pizza. All the boxes. Okay. Make sure you recycle the plastic like we talked about. Yeah. Did Jay reach out yet? Nah, Bob. He ghosting. What the f*** is this motherfucker doing? These things sweet now because I'm in here. It's all good. You about to get out on bail. No. Hey, yo, check this out. Need you to reach out to the producer. Let these motherfuckers know there's a release date for that new Netflix movie. Alright, Pop. It's f***ing crazy right now. Everybody out there quiet as a motherfucker, Yeah? Yeah, exactly.
During the FBI's raids on his properties, they found an alarming collection of weapons, high-capacity magazines, and digital files that prosecutors claim hold disturbing content.
Breaking news, the Department of Homeland Security has just confirmed to CNN that federal law enforcement agents have raided properties owned by musician and producer Sean Diddy Combs. Let's bring in CNN security correspondent Josh Campbell and CNN legal analyst Joey Jackson. Josh, let me start with you. What do these raids by federal agents in multiple locations tell you about the seriousness of this investigation?
And then there's the baby oil revelation. Yes, you heard that right. Over 1,000 bottles of baby oil and personal lubricants were discovered in connection to hotel rentals that match allegations made by multiple accusers. The prosecution claims this directly supports the trafficking case against him. Federal agents have been particularly focused on the electronic evidence, which allegedly contains disturbing digital content involving multiple victims. Reports indicate that investigators are combing through encrypted devices and deleted files, which could reveal even more damaging information. There are also rumors that some of these digital files include financial transactions and communications that could implicate others in the entertainment industry. At this point, Ricco must have seen the writing on the wall. The amount of evidence stacking up against Diddy isn't just bad, it's overwhelming. And speaking of shocking discoveries, as if this case didn't already have enough twists, TikTok just exploded with a wild conspiracy theory. Some users are claiming Ricco quit because of necromancy charges. Yes, you heard that right. A now viral video suggested that Diddy's case involves dark rituals and that Ricco refused to be involved in defending something so sinister.
One of his charges is something called necromancy. Now, I've just Googled it and I am disgusted.
Guys, it's worse than we thought. It is worse than we thought. Necrophilia, apparently. Necrophilia. Go research that.
P. Diddy's lawyer has quit. Now, this is a man that once represented Osama bin Laden, and he has said, allegedly, that under no circumstances can I continue to work for P. Diddy. Do you know how much of a corrupt, villain, evil person P. Diddy must be to make a lawyer that's once worked with Osama bin Laden quit?
While there is no legal evidence to support this claim, the internet has run wild with speculation. Some users have even linked this theory to past allegations of occult-like practices within the music industry, suggesting that Diddy's legal troubles are only the tip of the iceberg. Investigators have not addressed these rumors officially, but the rapid spread of such claims shows just how deep public curiosity and suspicion run when it comes to Hollywood elites and their alleged secrets. Some conspiracy theorists have even tried to tie Kim Porter's mysterious death into this narrative, questioning whether her alleged manuscript contains secrets that go beyond what's already known. Beyond Diddy, there have been past allegations of occultism and secret societies within the entertainment industry. Figures like Jaguar Wright and other industry insiders have hinted at powerful forces operating behind the scenes, controlling narratives and covering up crimes. Could this be part of a much larger web?
We got to stop making Diddies. And if we're going to do that, then we got to go back. We got to go back to even further, the mentors of these people. Because Diddy was taught how to do what he does systematically, and Clyde Davis has been his greatest teacher.
Whether fact or fiction, one thing is certain. Diddy's case is drawing unprecedented levels of scrutiny, speculation, and fear. And with his trial just weeks away, things are only going to get more intense. Diddy is set to stand trial on May 5th, 2025, facing racketeering, sex trafficking, and transportation to engage in prostitution charges. He has been behind bars since September 16th, held at Brooklyn's Metropolitan Detention Center with multiple bail requests denied.
It's now been 1 week since the arrest of Sean Diddy Combs.
Diddy is now at the Metropolitan Detention Center in Brooklyn, a place that's been described as hell on earth. Fox 5's Lisa Evers is at MDC right now on Diddy's life behind bars. Lisa, what are you finding out tonight?
Well, Natasha and Steve, for the first time in his life, Sean Diddy Combs has spent a week behind bars. He's here inside MDC, where he's been since his arrest on Monday night on federal sex trafficking and other charges, to all of which he's pleaded not guilty.
Just days after a civil case involving Jane Doe's rape allegations was dropped, Diddy's legal team accused the prosecution of racial bias, claiming he is being targeted under outdated laws that rarely apply to white defendants. Meanwhile, he faces over 40 lawsuits from men and women alleging drugging, sexual assault, and trafficking. If convicted, he faces a minimum of 15 years in prison with a potential life sentence.
Breaking news now. Prosecutors have detailed new allegations against Sean Diddy Combs. And among these new charges, prosecutors say Combs led a criminal organization that they call the Combs Enterprise. Members are accused of sex trafficking and traveling across state lines to engage in prostitution, arson, robbery, and obstruction of justice. Combs is being held at a federal jail in Brooklyn as of late, and he's already pleaded not guilty to charges of sex trafficking, racketeering, conspiracy, and transportation in prostitution.
Beyond the legal battles, the allegations against Diddy have sent shockwaves through the music industry. Industry insiders are now speculating whether these lawsuits could lead to a wider reckoning within hip-hop, much like what happened in Hollywood after the Harvey Weinstein scandal. Could this case be the catalyst for deeper investigations into long-standing abuse allegations in the entertainment world? The stakes have never been higher, but with so many powerful forces aligning against him, can Diddy's legal team actually save him? Let me know your thoughts below.